Hello, Knight here. Welcome back to my Athens campaign. Just trying to remember where I was actually. I think I was just about to attack the Cimmeria. Let me just have let's have a look. Yes, I think I was about to attack the Cimmeria and then I'm going to attack the Armenians. I think. Yeah, I think that was the idea. Right, let's go back. I think I had a rather fortuitous occurrence over here. I think they were...
Commander?
Let's attack these, declare war.
War, then. I do not... None will escape! Let them cower like
Right, so just auto-resolve this. 89%. I don't get this. The green, is that the amount of my forces that will remain? I assume that's what it is. I don't get this though, because it says I'll have 89% of my force remaining, then 90 and 86 protective stance. Balanced. I just don't understand that at all. Anyway, seems we are suffering attrition as well for some reason. Let's occupy. What's going on in here? That's good. We've got Hellenistic. Oh dear, 6 turns before we get trouble.
Ready for battle.
So if we move out, can we move out? 4 turns. So we've got 4 turns to get down to here. Okay, spy, we're going to have a look around, see what's going on.
To the ships then, stopping to rest a while.
Can have a look at Panticapaeum, Phanagoria. I think that constitutes one province, those 3 cities here. So we'll be trying to get that. We've got an army over here that's not doing very much, but I'm worried about some art hand troops that went off and pleased themselves. Right, this was the occurrence which is really good actually, because all these are in what's that, forced march now, so it's all ambush battles, which is, that means we've really got, again I'm not quite sure how this works. We'll go for balance stance. Oh, right through the vitals. Right, so we've killed, it was upgrading. I don't know what's going on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16. So we killed 16 units. These ranked up. I think I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for Unrelenting Force and Zeal. Can we upgrade Zeal even more? Right. Wow, look at Zeal. He gets loads of stuff now. Right, okay, that's good. Oh, we've got a little flag there for that as well, that's good.
Ready for
Like the
battle.
Basilisk, so if we take out these guys next, the ambush, let's go for balanced. So we killed 14 before, so it's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So we killed 27 units so far. Where's he going? Damn.
At your command. To victory!
Youch. Through the foot. 27 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 units. Which is fantastic actually. Do we not rank up at all there? What's going on? 34 units. I'm being greedy now, aren't I? Wow, even these lot are in. Forced march. Another 3, that's 37. Let's rank these guys up. Right, let's keep pushing towards Phasis, or Phasis.
For the gods!
So about 38 or something, is it? 38 units. We must have destroyed their power in this area, certainly maybe for the whole of this region. The whole North Bosporus, and then we can take out this as well now. Good job. Gosh, that's over 40 units we've killed now. That's excellent. Go for cunning. Okay. Actually, not too bad, these. I'm actually already... No, it's an eastern city, so I'm going to have to... Wow, 4,400. 4,400 we've got to do for that. Right,
Commander.
I'm not going to move these guys. I think I might actually move them back into here, because I think we do a revolt this turn, from as I remember. Yeah, this turn, so it'll probably be somewhere around here. We can take that out. This army will move north to here, Phanagoria. This army, once it's dealt with the revolt, will move round to Trapezos. We just want to take out Manzaka. Oh, you do want to take out Manzaka. Come on. That's it. Good lads. Auto-resolve. Wow, 65... is that 42? That's... Pyrrhic victory. Objective stance. We should have at least 2 turns to get to Sinope, so we've got enough time to actually move through our territory and replenish our troops. That was a bit lazy. Normally I would have fought that, to be honest. Such high losses for... Right. Like that. And Zeal. We'll go for Zeal, I think. Okay. I think I'm pretty much there. I don't think there's much else I can do. We'll start moving north towards Sinope. Straight away. I think we've got an army over here that can see recruiting. Gonna start moving north straight away.
I want hourly patrols.
And then we'll recruit when we're in our own territory. Okay. Let's get some hoplites. And a javelin man. Okay. So there's much else I can do. You can see we've already cut down their territories. They've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 now. I think they had 6, did they? Or 7? 6, I think. No, 1, 2, 3. That's 7. And these will go pretty quick, actually. With diplomatic status, we are only at war with Rome, which I think only still own 2 territories. And we're at war with Cimmeria, so we're going to kill them and take their women and drink their wine. Yes. Okay. Once we've done that, so if we take Armenia, I'll have to take stock and see where we want to attack. It's either going to be pushing south into the east, where there's lots of... I mean, the east was always a place of lots of wealth, so it probably makes sense to move east rather than go north into mainland Europe, where the territories are massive, actually. Some of these territories are huge. It's going to take long turns to actually get to them because of the way the movement is set. And they're not going to be very wealthy, these towns, I don't think. So logically, we should leave the border along here, along the Danube and this Pontus region, and not push any further north. Leave that to our Spartan allies. And then maybe we'll move east to try and get some of the large eastern towns. I think no, I want that one, isn't it? I think. Where's the wealthy? Where are the wealthy regions? Oh, see, like Armenia is really wealthy. So we really want to get that province. Yes, definitely we need to get Armenia next. That's the next thing after we've dealt with the Cimmerians. Oh, that's good. I was going to say, if that's a wealthy region, we really want to do tax farming, to be honest, don't we? Let's try tax harvesting for a turn or two, see if we can get some more money out of the region, increase our income. We can only do 3 edicts, I think, at the moment. And we're doing all 3. We've got loads of fleets. We've got 2 more generals we can spring into action if we get attacked somewhere and recruit armies very quickly. I've been doing some reading out and watching some people about civil wars. Now, I think I'm due one soon, to be honest. Once we get into this sort of kind of area, and it's something to do as well with the guy's ambitions. One. As soon as you hit 3, apparently. So this guy is a danger. But I'm still not really... No one seems to know quite how it's triggered. It seems to just be almost like a script. It just happens at a certain time, regardless of what you do. Well, if it's regardless of what you do, what's the point of having control of anything if you can't prevent it, you know? It's a bit weird. Anyway, right. Okay. Let's have a quick look at some of my provinces. We should get all of these apart from Amasia. We can't attack the Seleucids, they're allies of ours. We've got that Ponto-Caspia. We'll have Samosata, which is an Armenian territory soon. We've got Asia. Macedonia we won't get. Macedonia rather, we won't get Hellas because they're owned by Sparta, and again Sicilia, Bosporus will get. Yeah, things are moving on okay. We're getting 3,044. Research is fine. Is there anything more I want to do? So we're going to get a...
We hunger for battle.
We're replenishing pretty fast actually, although this army took a lot of hits. We're replenishing very quickly because we've actually got... in fact, that army is almost replenished. It took hardly any losses at all. Okay, I think we're in a position to end the turn. Oh, we're not. Who's Evandros? Who's that? God. Is it in one of these armies?
We hunger for battle.
Let's just go through them.
Commander. Commander.
My skills are yours.
Ready for battle.
Sorry, this is the only way to try and find who it is. Right, he's not actually doing anything. Why is he, that hero? I don't know what adventuring is, to be honest. %, campaign movement, that's brilliant. That's fantastic, actually. I think I'm going to try and put heroes into each of my armies. Looking at this, they do seem quite effective. They're producing silver units now. Anyway, let's end the turn. See what the AI does. Rome's are still a bit of a nuisance. Just have a cup of tea. So it does still take a hell of a time for the end turn. It's now Saturday, so we had a patch up on Friday, but I haven't noticed any major differences in the game yet. We're going to have to come out and attack those Romans. Right, Seleucids. What are they up to? It's a bit worrying. Hope they don't grab Sinope before we get it, or Trapezos. I could really do with them being attacked by the Cimmerians and them losing Amasia, then we could actually get hold of it. That'll give us the whole province, otherwise we're going to be shy of one region in the province. Whoa! My god, someone's offered me a trade agreement. Perhaps we should have asked for money there. I just find that so amazing. I said yes. That's the first time I think anyone's offered a trade agreement. I've seen a lot of discussion of people saying it's to do with the size, or if you've actually got resources. People are still not sure, to be honest. If you've got territories that have resources in them, like iron or glass or whatever. Civil warrior ups. Ah! What the hell? Stirring people to rebel. Is that it? Trade agreements. What the hell's going on? Retaking of Athens. Have we lost Athens then? What the hell's gone on then? The hell's went? I lost track of all that when that happened. Oh my god! Holy crap! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Funny enough, I was just talking about Civil War, wasn't I? 980 units. Holy crap!
Yes.
Oh my god. Jesus, I don't really know what to do, to be honest. Right. I think we've now... Oh, the trade agreement went because we've lost Athens, I assume. That's why the trade agreement stopped. Holy crap. Right, I'm a bit shocked. I don't really know what to do. Right, well, first of all I'm going to carry on what I was doing, just taking out the Cimmerians.
March. Your next command? Commander. On the move. At once. Gathering supplies. Ready for battle.
Wow, I'm quite shocked actually. I don't know what to say. It's shell-shocked. We're just going to carry on basically what we've been doing.
Settlement. At your command. Laying siege to the settlement.
Okay, so we should get these two regions next.
Commander.
Where's that Civil War? Oh god, look where they've propagated. They couldn't have been much further away from me.
And honor.
And still be in the same territory. Oh god. That's going to take a couple of turns to get rid of them. That's really annoying. Yeah, and then we've got to come all the way back. Let's auto-resolve. Okay. Right. Good. Good job. Let's kill them.
We hunger.
Well, I'd heard people speak about the civil wars, but I didn't realise it was such massive armies were propagated.
At your command. Faster, curse you all.
Right. We're going to bring this army down through the valley and we're going to attack here. That's going to take 3 turns, I think, to attack Trapesos.
At ease, men.
And this army here,
Commander.
that will move up to
Your duties,
protect
men.
these regions. It's probably called a stable now. It is. Okay, that's good. That's good. Right. Well, we've got to do that.
At your command.
So we'll have to try and afford that money. Right, I don't really know what to do, to be honest. What's it, 180 units? All 4 stacks. Okay, Okay, well I've got a army here, but they're not going to be able to do much.
Fleet reporting.
Let's deal with this guy first.
And honor.
Speed things up. Oh, we actually managed to kill him. That's good. Right. Okay. We are in trouble here now, though. Should we try and defend Pella? That's what I'm going to try and do.
Ready for orders. Put your backs into it, you men.
I hope these guys not going to take to sea and attack me immediately, because I'll just lose this army, which would be a shame if I do. If we row fast, can we actually get? We can't actually get away from them, to be honest. If that will make us much more vulnerable to being attacked. Yeah, let's just put it in stance none and hope it'll be able to defend itself. I'm going to move into this. Trying to. Oh my god! I just can't believe how many. And look, hoplites, citizen cavalry. My word! Can't believe how many it spawned. And they all none of them look like crap. They're like really good armies. Oh well, I'm gonna have quite a struggle on my hands. Just as I thought things were getting under control. I wonder if my ally, I don't suppose my allies will attack them, to be honest. Let's have a look at diplomacy. Athenia Bull. Can we talk to them?
Greetings. Do not waste time on ill-chosen words, although an hour or two bathing would have been useful.
Well, none of this is really going to work, is it? It's interesting that we can even talk to them, to be honest. Sparta, should we go on? Cannot trade. A sea route can be established to their capital. Oh, they don't have a sea route, do they, Sparta? I think it's one of the problems in the game. They can only trade if your land, if you can actually get a land connection to their to their town, which is stupid, actually. Wow, we seem to be at war with quite a lot of people, actually, which is a bit worrying. Johan. Ooh. So they're kind of our province of Caucasia, which is over here. Somewhere. They're at sea somewhere here. So we're definitely going to need to move this army up.
We hunger for battle. Get moving, you wretches.
That's not really gaining us much, is it? Having just seen what I did to those 4 or 5 Sumerian armies, killing about 45 of them, I don't really want to put troops into force march unless I have to. Yeah, I'm just really in shock. That's so surprising. 9, they've really gone over the top with this rebellion. I mean, they could capture everything I've taken. Anyway, let's end the turn and see what they do. See if they all take to sea and start taking back my territories. It's weird how I was just talking about it, wasn't it? It's odd. Perhaps I jinxed it. I think I'm in for a bit of trouble now, I think, somehow. Oh my word, look at all these armies. Oh my goodness. Well, I think we've got to run.
We will return! Our voyage is done.
Oh my goodness, they're just going to go around and try and take all my territories, aren't they? I take it back about the AI being stupid. I take it all back. Jesus, they've just got so many armies. They're obviously after Nicomedia and Ephesus. Well, saying that, they've left Athens, which is weird. So perhaps I should just go back and take Athens. It's a possibility. I had to move away from Athens, otherwise they would have slaughtered me. But now they've actually spread out. Oh, well, perhaps this game isn't as easy as I thought it was. See, the AI is still doing some stupid stuff. It's just completely left Trapezos. Unfortunately, all my armies are in the east. I haven't got any in the west, in Greece. So I'm going to suffer some real damage, I think, before I can get this under control. Do we have... do we have more than one revolt? A curse tablet, alright. Inspired populace, construction report. Master's report. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's start over here in the Caucasus. I'm quite worried about this Arhan fleet that's just sitting up there. Gonna
At once.
station ourselves there. Oh, that was the guy that was trying to interrupt our advance, wasn't it? I think we're going to go for normal stats, to be honest.
Advance.
So next turn we should be able to attack if we don't get intercepted or something.
Ready for battle.
So I wonder whether I need to put this army hammers of Hephaestus off towards Nicomedia, to be honest. I think maybe I do. I think let's try this. Let's try these guys.
At your command.
It's a reasonably balanced army. Let's try and see if we can. No, so we won't win that. So it's 1400 coming from. Right, so we need to encircle for that. We're going to need to bring this army up.
Commander. March.
Right, now let's try and grab it.
For the gods.
Let's see if we can get it now, and then we'll have to... Yeah, that's the reversal of what we had earlier. Let's... 80%, 88, 82... So really I should go for balance stats all the time. Okay, let's occupy it. This guy's ranked up. So I'm not sure whether you have more than one rebellion, to be honest. I'm not quite sure how this works. What's he got? He's got cunning, really, so I want some more cunning. Okay, that's his forte. Cunning, so it didn't take much in the way of damage there. Oh good, they're the right kind of cities as well. Hellenistic polis, Hellenistic village, that's good. So should be able to take out Trapezos with this army, Odysseus Wanderers. These guys we're gonna...
At your command.
I think we might need some troops, to be honest, looking at this.
Are you ready to serve?
Yeah, gonna go for that.
Ready
Get
for
one more.
orders.
Can we get one more here? Not quite sure if that's how it works.
Sign
No,
up,
take
lads,
2
for a good
turns.
and glorious life.
Okay. So he's
Ready for
mustering.
battle.
Okay, so we'll have to try and defend Nicomedia as best we can. It's got city walls, so we might be able, even if we lose the place, we might be able to make them take a high loss for it. Something over here.
At your command.
We're going to attack here, weren't we? That's right, we'll get that.
Ready for further orders.
Let's occupy that. It's a shame, just as I thought things were beginning to calm down a bit. Let's go for something to do with cunning. Yeah, and didn't really lose much at all in that battle. That's an admiral, so are we worried about that? Maybe we should be.
At your command.
You can move up to here.
Hourly patrols.
I'm thinking about 32 there, so that's 16 in each army. So maybe we need to put 4 units into that. Okay, so 2 kind of fairly equally balanced armies there.
Commander.
This guy we're gonna... Right, this guy we're gonna move to there. He can be supported by that guy. He'll come over and attack Panticapion.
Commander.
So that should fall next turn. We'll have to take a chance whether Tanis falls or not. 5 turns we're going to get rebellion, so we need to do something here. Changing that, aren't we? Perhaps we can issue an edict. That will help. I think we're about to suffer a bit of problems in this area, to be honest. So let's put the edict over in this area. Oh no, they've already got... It's that one, it's up here, isn't it? I need to go. Am I talking nonsense? No, it's over here, isn't it? Let's do bread and circuses, make them happy. We hope. Not quite sure how this has an effect. Perhaps it's next turn, once I've had 1 turn of it. Harbour. What does a harbour give you? Doesn't take any food, and it's actually quite useful. I think I need to build troops, I must be honest. I think I really need to build troops. Bear in mind of what just happened with all those armies spawning.
Your orders.
Let's put these in harbour.
Docking.
Here. Can raise a general. See, I'm half tempted to try and retake Athens because he's just kind of left it, hasn't he? At the moment, it's hardly got any troops in it.
Ready for orders.
I'm going to try and take Athens. He's a bit of a guy, so we're going to recruit him. Restate legacy, what does that mean? Rank 3.
At your command.
Can get some fairly good units here. And, right, okay. So we're going to try and garrison Pella. Well, actually, that's stupid. I've not got what it is. I've not got enough troops to worry that I'll get this and the guys who spawn in Pella, so I don't need the army to be outside of the town. I'll just explain why. Yeah, because in Pella, I think we've got a reasonable garrison anyway. 12, 16 plus the 4 there. That's 20. So that'll be, and it's got walls as well, which is quite useful. Hopefully we can come back and take Athens. 2 turns. A bit worried about the army there. Ephesus has 14, and again city walls, so we should be fine there. Okay, can we enter? I think we can. Let's see what they get up to. I'm very worried about all those Athenian rebels that are moving through the Bosphorus. Can certainly set me back. Ah, he's gone back to Athens. He's not that stupid. really want a navy, don't I? Because all of these are actually in forced... what's the word? Not forced march, double stance. So maybe if I create a navy, I might be able to destroy some of these armies whilst they're on the move. Samaria doesn't seem to have done very much. Let's move some units over now. So I need to find the place where I can raise the best ships, reinstate an admiral. I have no idea what that's... No, that... We capture Athens, I'll get 500. Of course, that's really affected my money, hasn't it? I was just starting to build up really good money. Okay. Actually, let's just get through this. Okay, what do we need to do? It looks like he's going for Pulpadiva. Again, he's in... if I can ambush some of these armies...
At your command.
Let's get Athens back, I think. Or try to. Don't think that's going to help us. He's now got the... He's got a fair amount, so I'm not going to be able to take Athens back.
Ready for
Okay.
battle.
Just in normal stance, aren't we? Just can't reach him. Or can we? Can we?
Ready
Oh,
for
we
orders.
can. Right. The aim will be for this army to move up to here.
On the move.
I've got to start defeating these armies.
For death and honor.
No. That is... Why could this army not join in? Why can't this army join in?
At your command. For the gods.
Oh my god.
Commander, we hunger for battle. That is
So can I get to there? Right, now let's
At your command.
see if he can...
Battle.
He still can't reach. What the...
We
What the
hunger
hell?
for battle.
We're too far away from it, are we? Oh god. Oh. Right. The arrow goes back that way. My arrow goes forward that way. Right. So I can support him.
At your command. For glory and honor.
Oh my god. Right, he'll probably be out of full march stance next go, so I won't be able to attack him. Right, we've got 2 stacks there we need to take out.
Ready for battle.
I think what we're going to do, if we get a champion in here, it will hold us up too long. Can't afford to do that.
March. Destination reached.
What's happening over here? We're trying to destroy the Cimmerians first, aren't we? As a general, you've got 7 units. Where's he heading for? Ooh, I think I'd have trouble defending that because it has no... It'll be close, but
Ready for order.
we're going to take this out in any case.
Settlement.
I really don't get this at all. Sometimes the protective stance is better, sometimes the other stance is better.
At your command.
Okay,
We hunger for battle.
so we took quite a lot of losses there. Something in the city. Again, that's handy, it's got the right kind of building. I think I'm just going to have to hope that the hard hand don't suddenly turn up and attack these guys. Ooh, order is really bad. That's after a edict. provincial instability. I don't know, perhaps I need to. That's almost at naught. I can't afford to lose all of my territories. Where's the biggest danger? The biggest danger is all those big ass rebel armies, isn't it? I've got to come over. I've got to come over here, to be honest. We've got to trust to luck that we don't have a... Right, where's the main city? Which is the walled city. So this is the walled city. That would have no trouble. Even with bread and games, it's still got a high level. Squalor, 16. Why is there squalor? Don't understand why there's squalor. Don't have any slums. I would have thought that that's what produces squalor. I'm really puzzled about this. I don't understand how it's working. Building squalor minus 16. So how can I prevent this from... I don't know. I really don't know. I've got a bread and games edict, so there's nothing more I can do there, to be honest. Probably need to... I don't know, raise an army here. I can't exactly get good forces if it's there anyway. I might have to... How long before we get 4 turns? Oof. I can't see things changing around in 4 turns. I'm not going to do anything this turn. I can always try and raise an army later on.
Ready for battle.
What to do with this army, because this army can still carry on moving. Maybe I have to keep in there for a turn. No garrison at all at the moment, so we need to keep in there for a turn. That garrison's pretty good actually. It's just building up, so again I'll keep these here for a turn.
At your command.
Then we must actually move them over.
It is a great and glorious thing to serve your people.
Okay. Can we actually get a recruit an agent? No, we must have a full number at the moment. Okay, so there's not much we can do there. We're fully recruiting there.
Ready
So
for
this
orders.
army
At your command.
needs to get in a ship. What the hell? So we're gonna... Oh god, they've probably come around and sink that now.
Going
Can
ashore.
we, can we go ashore?
Leaving
Can we
the
can't?
ship.
No.
Commander. Footstep and
Whoa,
honor!
we're well overmatched. So these are fleets actually, so we can actually ignore that. But no doubt he'll come around and sink this army. Now I've just moved it there. Perhaps I can get it onto land. The weird thing is, often I see this, you can't actually, it still won't let us land anywhere. We move back on here, but that's no use at all.
March.
It's weird how when you attack, now what the hell's going on? Right, I didn't actually do that. I clicked to attack that. What the hell is going on there?
We hunger for battle.
God, that was weird.
We
Why did it
hunger
even
for
do it?
Commander. Ready for orders.
Right, they can't actually recruit those
Ready for
guys.
orders.
Right, let's go back to here. We're not going to be able to take this, we decided. We were trying to take this back, weren't we?
We hunger for battle. At your command. Ready for orders.
We can't even move out now. Can we recruit? No, we can't recruit, I don't think. Perhaps we can. Yeah.
Come, fight with us.
So we go for a couple. Right. Don't think there's anything more I can do. We've got to try and forestall the attack on Nicomedia by these 40 units.
At your command. Call this a
Should
garrison.
be able to get there in 2 turns. That might be too late. The trouble is, they could actually get me. You see, I'd be in force march and they'd kill me. Right, we're going to end turn. Oh. Let's have a look again. Let's try and find who that is and where he is. It would be handy if it actually just tell you where the guy was, wouldn't it? That would be much handier than it is. Can you imagine doing this when you've got about 20 armies?
Ready for battle.
Okay. Let's go for some more cunning. Right. Let's end the turn. I presume that if the Athenian bull attacked that small army that's in front of us now, just here, this army here won't be able to reinforce it. Which will be weird, because it's actually got the arrows going back towards it. Oh dear, I think Pella's in for a pasting. Oh dear. It's got 2, 7, nearly 8,000 men against the garrison. Yeah, we can fight these guys. We can kill them. Right, that's a pretty good army. That's the kind of army I would build, actually, that the AI spawned. I'm beginning to take this all back about the AI being stupid. It still does pretty stupid things in the on the battlefield, and but that is not a bad army. That's the kind of army I would love to have, actually, rather than mob slingers. I don't quite know how this is going to work for them. Are they going to be able to come ashore? I'm not quite sure what they're going to do. But my main aim here is just to kill as many as, but I'm not going to win this, I don't think. The main aim would be to inflict as many damage as we can rather than auto-resolve. We wouldn't really get much of a result at all, I don't think. Okay, right, I think I'm going to end the episode there, and we'll fight this in the next episode. So I hope you're keeping well. We've got a battle to fight in the next episode, and there'll be another episode of Empire Total War Up, playing Great Britain, and the next day or so. Till then, keep well. Hope you're enjoying your games and everything's going okay. You're not having too many crashes or civil wars in the case of Rome, which are quite scary. Keep well, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.